Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Cook up the gut. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 2nd down and 3. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Carr going to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Now Carr. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Back to the ground, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it. Because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayes. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's Hayes. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some
touchdown. A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Carr. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now... Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On play action, Mills. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll run on 1st down. Hayes. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Play fake, Mills. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. To throw his car. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 24, Carr. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Play action. Now it's Carr. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cook now off the read option. Oh, what a move. Touchdown, Vikings! Tying this ball game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is certainly playing well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at about the 28. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr setting up the screen for Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Mills on the bootleg. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, here's Mills. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hold on. Quick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, it was going to be 4th down. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Gets by him at the 25. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Card out a throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And they work this well on the field across the 30. 3rd catch of this first half. This one's a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. Shifts by him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Completes it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense taking over again. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mills now from the 50. Throw left side, complete. That's Blake. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunky yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Texans. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Carr now on first down. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Carr. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense is struggling a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Chris taking in at the goal line.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now a give, right side. It's Hayes, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayes.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
A first down throw for Mills.
And that is incomplete here.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space, pass and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Carr going to throw. And they finally get to him as he's taken down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense set to regain possession.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Mills throw taken in there by Cooks. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
He finds his man complete. It's Blake.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
First down. It's Hayes.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Malik McDowell busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Now Mills. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in there, and it's 4th down.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 41, Mills. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 1 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Play action now. Mills. He spots Henderson open left side. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
That takeaway, partner.
And now, as with every potential turnover, we're going to take a second look at this.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Quick throw complete by Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Texans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. But able to get it up past the 45. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Carr now on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here, right now.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Carr. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. But he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a handoff up the middle. Hayes. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hayes, and he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, Hayes, And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1 and one of our early window games here.